Hello, I'm Michael Littlecrow from Open Global Village. I'm your facilitator for Mindful Math for GRE Success. In this presentation, I will share how we've designed a course customized to your needs to get you guaranteed success when taking the GRE quantitative reasoning portion. So first of all, you want to understand what the GRE quantitative portion is testing. It's according to the GRE practice guide, it will be testing your mathematical skills, but also your understanding of the elementary concepts in mathematics, not just your ability to add, subtract, multiply, and divide, and how you can use reasoning skills to apply this to problems involving number. From the statistics, most recently published by ETS, which is the service that creates and administers the GRE, they found that 6.7% of students who take the GRE score between 130, which is the bottom score, up to 144. This corresponds to getting between 0 to 16 questions correct on the out of the 40 on the two portions of the quantitative reasoning part of the test. So without any preparation, you might find yourselves in this bottom portion, the bottom percentile. Some at the top of this range may still be able to get into programs, but again, it's a challenge. And it's not, depending upon your major, say you're in life sciences, 17.2% of life science majors score in this region. Those in the social sciences, which include psychology, a field that requires a good quantitative understanding, 22.9% are scoring in this region. For those in my field of education, 29.6% of our colleagues score in this region. And for those in social work, 53.5% are scoring in this bottom region. I want to change that and create success where you're above this region. So in this course, the first two modules, what it will allow you to do, just completing the first two, starting at that 130, which is the beginning score for the GRE, ratio concepts will deal with 12 out of the 40 questions and get you to a scaled score of 141. We work on building mastery of this initial concept. Building on this is number theory, another 10 questions, and goes hand in hand with the ratio concepts. It gets you up to a scaled score of 149. So with just the first two modules of this course, mastering those, we're able to guarantee a minimum score of 141 and up to about 150 just from reviewing these two modules. There's a review module after these two that has only questions from these two for you to get practice and become well versed in these questions. However, since you've already gotten the first two done, let's see what happens if you move on in the course. If you pick up the third and fourth modules, the third module, dealing with statistics and probability, something you're probably going to need anyway, gets you another 6 questions on the GRE, gets you to a scale score of 154. Geometry, adding 6 more questions in, gets you to a scale score of 160. So what we've gotten just with 4 modules of the course, we've gotten you up above the 50% percentile. We've got you in the front part of the bell curve and being very competitive in whichever program you're applying for. However, there's one more module left, and I understand some students will struggle with this algebra one. That's why I've put it at the end. You will find success without it, but should you be able to master the algebra section, this is what you could see. You could get the scale score all the way up to 170 by addressing these last 7 questions, putting you at the very top end from 158 to 170. And again, after Module 5, whether you take it or whether you skip it, there will be a practice test that is designed like the GRE, 20 questions and 20 questions. Those are the 2 portions of the quantitative reasoning test. notice we've built you from the bottom all the way up to the top in this course. So how do we do this? Well, we take a problem-based learning success model as our design, back from my days doing Math Excel at Oregon State. We give you a general overview of the concepts and the strategies. We quickly take you into working GRE type problems and applying those concepts on problems that you will be facing. And then we give you learning checks and reviews throughout. So I work a problem, and then I give you a problem to work on your own. After you've worked it either successfully or unsuccessfully, we give you a review of the methods that will successfully get those problems solved, and practice again and again. There's multiple concept-based practice tests provided in each of these modules, and there's also solution strategies providing for all of these practice test questions. At the conclusion of a strategy, not necessarily each module, but at the end of the first 2 modules, there is a practice test that deals with just those 2 modules. After the 4th module, there's a practice test that deals with just the 4 modules. And then after the 5th module, there is a practice test that deals with all of them as well. We will get you ready by taking this approach. So what do you get for the cost of really just about 1 hour of one-on-one tutoring? Well, you get over 10 hours of instructional videos showing strategies and learning checks to build in so that you're actively engaged in the process of learning. There's hundreds of different GRE questions that are built into this course that you will practice again and again. 10 concept-based practice tests in each, so 2 in each module, dealing with just the particular concept in the module. Building from mastery and then putting it all together. This is how we do it. Multiple full GRE quantitative reasoning tests where we put all of the different modules together. We randomize some of the questions so that when you take it again, you just haven't seen how well you memorized what the correct answers are, but you get questions that are similar but different, so you're actually testing whether you have learned the methods to solve the problems. And of course you will get my contact information so that we can have one-on-one and group coaching sessions. Links to additional free GRE resources to take what I put in this course and test it out in other materials. So why me? Why Michael Littlecrow? Here's my experience. Since 1998, I've been a math professor, instructor, starting at Oregon State University, working at Lynn Benton Community College for about a year while I was at Oregon State, and then 2004 I moved over to Maricopa Community Colleges, and I've taught a few courses for Arizona State University as well. At Oregon State University, I was involved in the Math Excel program, and in this program, working with my mentor, Dr. Tom Dick, we developed a way of sequencing questions. So we take problems that build step by step to understanding the concept by working problems, and I integrate that throughout this course. I have extensive online teaching experience. Since 2004, I've been teaching regularly for ITT Technical. I also teach online for ASU and Maricopa Community Colleges. I'm also involved in the development of the online resources and the courses themselves. My graduate school preparation experiences started very early in my career when I was the coordinator for the McNair Scholars Program, which is a program designed to take undergraduates and prepare them for that next step into graduate school. As that position, I was also the site coordinator for the Kaplan test preparation materials, which included face-to-face courses, online materials, and practice tests, and so forth, various resources. My tutoring experience, I've been involved in tutoring from the very beginning all the way through my career. Some of the highlights is I worked at the University of Hawaii on a summer program for the Kumaola Source of Knowledge program, working on ways of helping Native Hawaiian students succeed in mathematics. I'm also the founding member of the Indigenous Scholars Institute at Scottsdale Community College, which is a pastoral tutoring program to, again, get students of all backgrounds to find success in mathematics. I have experience extensively with face-to-face tutoring, which is my favorite, but I've also, in the early days in 1998 and 90, before the internet was a big deal, I was doing phone tutoring at Oregon State. I'm also done online tutoring as the technology has gotten to the case where we can actually see each other. We can work on a whiteboard together, share a screen, and find understanding, almost getting as good as face-to-face. Some of the learning innovations I've been involved in is the Thailand Education Project, which I developed with my coordinator, Uluan Pintong, where we help students understand how culture is involved in learning to create greater learning experiences for their students. I've also developed a way of teaching mathematics through robotics, actively understanding all those concepts during a sabbatical for a year in Thailand and Kazakhstan. So my goals were to create learning resources online that are valuable for students, to be available to students, to organize a course in a way that helps students understand, and finally to get students to enjoy math. Here's some of the student validation I've received. The student found that my online resources that I provided for my college math course were very helpful for them. This student validates that I was available for them when they needed me. This student attests to the organization that I use in my courses, and sometimes when I find something's not working, sometimes I just reorganize the sequence and then we're able to gain greater success. And finally, here's a student who failed a course 2 times, and then working together we found a way not only to successfully get them through the course, but actually to help them enjoy doing math. What makes our method so successful is that it is based on mindfulness, a mindfulness-based educational design. I've had the great honor and privilege to have in our organization, Open Global Village, Uluan Pintong, who was my first meditation coach. She showed me how to use these techniques to look within myself and to understand mathematics at a deeper level, understand teaching at a deeper level. And she is currently a graduate student and developing programs for bringing this type of mindfulness teaching and learning into other educational settings. One of the things she suggested I do was to take a 10-day meditation course, which in 2013 I finally got the courage to do, and took a course, a 10-day secular Vipassana meditation course offered by Ajahn Goenka. And during that course, I did find a great peacefulness within myself. It allowed me to understand who I am as a teacher and to understand who my students are. And by learning to teach in a mindful way, I've been able to develop solutions to my students' problems. I've been able to see things that I wanted to do and find their solutions. So, as I mentioned, here's my contact information for a course that's customized for your needs and guaranteed for your success. While I am not available 24 hours a day, I am definitely available within 24 hours. Contact me by any of these methods, and you'll see, as my other students mention, I get back with you quickly. And we can arrange a time if needed. If I can't answer the question through an email or a text, we can arrange a time where we can meet one-on-one and get your questions answered. So mindful math, not just for GRE success, but for graduate school success. My goal is that by going through this course, yes, you will score successfully in the GRE so that you're accepted into your graduate program. But more importantly than that, you will have looked within yourself and developed methods for understanding math that will give you success in the courses that you will be taking as a graduate student, the courses that will involve some form of quantitative reasoning. That is the success we want, that is the success we need, so that you can find the creativity within yourself to add to the library of human knowledge your particular take, unlocking your gift to give to the world. I found my gift is learning to explain math in a way that others can understand. What is your gift? We need it in this world. So check out our course, check out our website. I look forward to the opportunity of working together for your success and the success of the world.